So I am live, and I am just on here tonight. I really don't do live, so I'm really not expecting a whole lot of people to show up, but if they do, great. Let me see if I got this on right. So I'm here to talk about my book, Rescued. You might be seeing it backwards, but a message of hope in a dark world. So those of you who don't know me, I am Sherry, and you are tuning into According to Purpose. So I guess I kind of just hold this. I don't know if this is working right, but I see one person on. So I had to go in my office. I was going to do it in my living room, but the lighting was so off. It's so dark in my living room. I don't have enough lighting for this. I didn't feel like transferring all that. But we're talking about, if you're new. Oh, hi, Chaz. So we're talking about my book, Rescued. And if you have any questions for me, you could just type the questions, and I will try to answer them the best I can. But I wrote a book, and my book is on Amazon right now, and you can go purchase that book. But yeah, so my book is about rescue, and I wrote a book to kind of describe my past, tell the story, give a message to people that's in their own dark personal world. And that they don't have to be like I was, that they could come out of it. So what the book is a little bit about is just my life, things that happened to me in my life, you know, things I had to overcome. A lot of us, we have all this trauma and all these things that happen to us, and we're living today with you know, the stigma of it, the, you know, the trauma, the unforgiveness, the guilt, the shame, that kind of thing. And so a lot of times when we go through trauma, it just like leaves us with a mental illness. Hi, George, how are you? And it leaves us with like a lot of mental illness and stuff. So I wrote this book to help people that was in a place like I was. So if you have any questions, hi, and Andreas Hartman, hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Sherry, you guys, and on this channel I talk about life topics. I don't really do lives, but I'm just trying to, you know, start doing lives. Hi, the skeleton face. And so I talk about life topics on this channel, and I talk about faith. I talk about, you know, starting over your life, building your life for where you are. If your life has been a wreck, or, you know, you just kind of messed up. So that's what my channel is about. And I talk a lot about homelessness, because I was homeless a lot in my life. I think I was homeless like 8 to 10 times before the age of like 40. And you know, so I want to talk about that in another video. But if you want to talk about that now, you can ask me any questions. But I wrote a book. It's called Rescue. It's on Amazon. And so it's talking about that I had a lot of mental illness. I went through a lot of homelessness. I lived in LA. I mean, I was in the gangs. I was all this kind of stuff. And now I'm like walking with the Lord. And so that's what this book is about. And I was a lot of violent, a lot of everything, alcoholic, all that kind of stuff. And so now I just use my channel to help people in their lives. And so I talk about how I found the Lord when I was in jail. I was in jail a lot. And so yeah. This book is called Rescue. So if anybody has any questions for me, you know, just life is hard, man. Life is hard. So I wanted to read something from my book. So if you guys don't mind, I am a self-published author. So I wrote this book. I edit my own book. I didn't pay for an editor. And I self-published my book by myself with the Lord's help. And so I did want to read to you the introduction. I think the introduction is really good. And I just wrote from my heart. Matter of fact, I got a tablet where I just wrote this by hand, and then I typed it up on my computer right here, and then I edit my own book. Okay, so the introduction, if you guys don't mind reading it, listening to me read it. So it's called, the name is Rescued, a Message of Hope in a Dark World, because I'm on this channel always helping people to rebuild their lives, like I said, come out of homelessness, mental illness, drugs and alcohol, being promiscuous, whatever, all the things that I was in the past. Okay, so a young girl dying and silently crying inside for someone to save her. Hi, my name is Sherry, and I was that girl. I was lost without any hope. I was held captive, a prisoner of my own mind, and I saw no hope until Jesus rescued me. This book, my testimony, is to convey a message of hope in a dark world. Sometimes we have hidden darkness in our lives that no one can see because we learn to hide it so good until one day we can no longer hide it. No one knows what you or I really been through and how the pain runs so deep that it seems as if we are constantly going underwater and trying to resurface to get a breath of fresh air, only to find ourselves in this repeated pattern of drowning in the deep, with no hope for life. Hold on one second, let me back that up. Only to find ourselves in this repeated pattern of drowning in the deep with no hope for life. There's a period right there. So, I share my story with you today, hoping that you will be able to take a little hope from it and let it bring you to the light. Jesus is the light, and he is always waiting with his arms open wide. I pray you read this book with an open mind and not a judgmental spirit. There are many people who are suffering and going through the pain of their own life. They are suffering from past experiences, guilt, shame, unforgiveness, sexual abuse, domestic violence, rape, and much more. This book, my personal life story, is coming from a deep place in my heart to help God's people. So let us all give God the praise, honor, and glory due his name. Let us rejoice in advance for the lives that will be impacted by this book, Rescued. Praise Jesus, hallelujah. So this is my book, and I have had people buy my book on Amazon. I've had people buy my book, like people that I know, like in my hometown or whatever. And I've had one, I'm a newly published author, and I have had one book event. So, yeah. So I'm very proud of my book, of my life testimony, and with God's help, I'm just going to keep sharing my story, keep sharing my testimony. So does anybody out there have any questions for me concerning the book, concerning, getting it on self-publishing, or just concerning about what's in the book? How did I write the book? What brought me to write the book? Anything. So I'll give you time to think about that. But I don't know, does anybody have any YouTube channels out there that I can check out since you're on my channel? Yeah, YouTube live is hard. It's very different than doing a video and then like posting the video, because you don't know who's watching. When you watch a YouTube video, you don't know who's watching. But here, they're on there, they're commenting, and you can't edit this, and whatever goes on here is just whatever, it's just what goes on. If you stumble and talk, then you just stumble and talk. So has anybody, let me see, what made you want to write a book? Chess. Great question. I just felt a deep like calling. I felt a deep just God telling me to write a book. And hi, Miss May. How are you today? And so it started from, thank you for being here today. So it started like 16, 18 years ago, well, probably like 16, 17 years ago now, since I wrote the book, that I was in jail. I was in jail for my behavior. I was a wreck all my life, and so I was in and out of jail a lot. And so at 33, I ended up in a hole, and then I fell on my knees. I fell on my knees because, you know, just leaving my kids and seeing their faces and stuff. And I started to cry out to the Lord and ask God to forgive me for everything I have done. And so then I started in the hole because I got into a fight with a CO. And I started to write down short pieces of my life. And that was 16, 17 years ago, in another whole city that I'm in now, different from the one I'm in now. And I was writing short little paragraphs and little poems about my life, things I had been through. And it's like, I just said to myself, I'm going to write a book one day. And I didn't know, like, I wasn't in tune to God or anything like that because I was just unsaved. And so I feel it was God. Looking back now, it was God that planted that in me. But it didn't come to fruition until 16 years later. And so I wrote this book a year ago. And so I didn't really put it out there a lot. But so now I'm just kind of starting to get a little bit of traction and really getting the, you know, to really put it out there and really talk about it. And so that's what made me write the book. And I just knew it was God. God put that inside of me. And I felt a great calling to help people in the way I can help people by writing my story and writing about my life and how God brought me out, how God saved me, how he changed my life around, because I was gone. I had mental illness so bad that, you know, I kept trying to kill myself all the time and stuff. So, yeah, so that's what made me write the book. It's just a calling I felt that I need to fulfill, just to share my testimony, because a lot of people out there that are going through what I've been through. And so it's just kind of like me helping to pull somebody else, you know, out of the deep, out of the dark, out of their dark world. And so, you know, we can't go everywhere and be everywhere. So this is just my little part in my world, that how I'm going to help, how I'm helping people, you know. You know, so that's what made me write the book. So anybody else have any more questions for me concerning the book? Maybe you thought about, has anybody thought about writing their own book, sharing a piece of their life with the world? You know, have you felt it was a calling from God that you wanted to write your book, you wanted to share? And are you nervous? Are you scared? Are you not sure you have? Okay, Miss May. Well, all I can say about it is really pray to God and, you know, and just pick up a pen and let your journey begin. You know, get a notebook. I got a really big notebook like this. I'm going to show you. So the notebook that my book is in is actually in a blue one. But this is the same type of notebook I had. It's in my bedroom, but it's a blue surface. But I just sat, I took a pen and I just wrote, and I started with chapter 1, and I just knew I was going to get 5 chapters. I didn't want no more than 5 to 7 chapters or something like that. And then I just started coming up with the titles first of the chapters, and then I will write the then I will write the chapters out in my notebook. And that's how I started writing. So that gave me kind of discipline when I wrote my titles first. So if you just want to start small, say I want to do 5 chapters, title them, and that way, you know, in each chapter, you know what you're talking about, and you're not going off somewhere talking about something else in another part of the book. You kind of stay in you know, in balance with everything. So I would say in discipline in writing. So I would say pray to God, and just let God lead you. Just write. Just write. Don't put no pressure on yourself to get it on a computer or to upload it or to get it printed. Just write with a pen. Just write with a pen or a pencil and just write. Take your time. Maybe write, you know, maybe like a paragraph a day or maybe a few sentences. Whatever your heart desires, you know, just write. I'm telling you, it frees you. Like, I knew I was delivered from a lot of things in my life, but when I wrote this book right here, when I wrote this book, it was like, before I can get it edited or anything, just writing it in this tablet, I just started feeling so free, like that God was with me, and I could just write it and express myself the way I wanted to express myself, how I seen everything happening in my life, you know. So whether you want to write a cookbook, whether you want to write about your life, whatever you want to write about, I would say go for it. We only live once, go for it, you know. And so, let's see. Chess says, I feel like that was very brave of you because people don't like to visit the past. Listen, I know, because I would cry every now and then, take breaks, and I say, you know, God, I need you to help me, because when you write a book about your life, you do have to relive it. That's the one thing. People just say they want to tell their story, they want to tell their story, they want to get their story out so people can be blessed and be empowered by their story, but you have to relive. When you talk about your life, you have to relive it. I mean, you know, and it brought me to tears. I'm not gonna lie, it brought me to tears. It brought me to tears, good and bad, because I had to relive it. And so, but then it also brought me to tears of joy that I survived it, and I'm here to tell my story. You know, thank you so much. Yeah, some people, yeah. Yeah, thank you so much, Miss May, for telling me I'm brave, but I couldn't do it without God. I'm telling you, because there was a times that I'm not even gonna lie, but I would take the book and I'd be writing, and then all of a sudden tears would start flowing, and I would like throw the book down. I was like, I can't do this. I can't do it. I cannot do it. So that's what was happening to me while I was writing the book. But yeah, so it's hard, but you know, I would encourage you, if anybody wants to write a book, to write your book. And you know, so I did read the introduction. I think Miss May bought my book before. I think she, yeah, she bought my book. Yes, thank you so much for your purchase, Miss May. Chess, thank you for all your support, because you be on the lives with me, you be commenting, and so now we have somebody new, Miss May. You know, I'm just gonna let y'all know Chess is my cousin. Woo, we live in different states, but this is my cousin, my blood cousin. I love her, right? So she be really encouraging me to get on here and do my lives, or do, you know, we talk a lot. So thank you for being here. Love you. So anything else anybody wants to know about writing a book, writing your own book? You have any questions, questions about just anything that Miss May, did you read the book, right? So do you have any questions about anything you read in the book? You know, so if you're just coming on my live, I am Sherry, and you are tuned into According to Purpose. I am here. Somebody told me that I better start loading them videos up, getting these videos out. I'm not gonna lie. They said you're making a video. You're not making enough videos. I need to get on here live. I need to be posting. People need to see me on a more regular basis. So thank you. Love you, Chaz. And so I'm trying to push myself. They say, when you do it, I watched this one girl's video and she said, you better do it when you are depressed, you are happy, you are sad, you got money, or you're broke. Whatever the situation, get on there and post. Because if anybody was thinking about starting a YouTube channel, when you're doing YouTube, no matter what your topic is, you are always going to come back to your life. What is your background? What is your life? Why did you decide to start a YouTube channel? You are going to always come back to your life because your brand on YouTube is you. How do you get started making videos? Well, I think my daughter has my other phone. So what I do is I just use my phone. You can use a camera, but I wouldn't even do all that. You can be successful and just use your phone that you have. And you just go on your camera and you make a video. You make a video. You can stand it up with some books or, whatever you got. I got a little tripod right here. And so you just make a video, whatever you want to talk about. And then since you're on YouTube, people don't know this. And I just talked to my cousin about this today. You have a YouTube channel. Most people think you're commenting. If you're commenting, you have a YouTube channel. Somewhere years ago, you set up a YouTube channel and you put your email in there. You only need an email to start a YouTube channel. So you have a YouTube channel. If you look down in the right hand corner, you'll see your little face, or if you haven't put a face in there, it's just like a color. That's your channel. And so you make a video with your phone, then you go on, click your little face or that little circle at the bottom right hand corner, and you would hit the plus sign. The plus sign, your videos will come up. And if your videos don't come up, it's probably going to come up a setting saying, do you allow YouTube to record videos or take your pictures or whatever. You just allow it because you're allowing YouTube to use your videos or whatever. But you make your own personal video on your camera and you hit that your little face icon down in the right hand corner, and then you hit that plus button. And if you want to load a video that's more than a minute long, that will be a long form video. If the video is under 1 minute, that is a short. You hit the short and then you hit load up. Okay. And if you want to hit, like, just post a picture, you would hit post. They're going across the screen. I think you have, if somebody can see it, you have like videos, shorts, I forget what else, but post. So you hit whatever one you want to load up. So you could do long content or shorts. So yeah, I would just recommend getting started. I think when I got started, it was 2020 maybe. I posted my first video for 2021, and it was of jewelry. I had a little jewelry business, so I made jewelry, and so I was making all of the video about. So I've been jumping around on here. I'm not really sure what I want to make content about, but it all has blessed people throughout the years, even if I changed. But I really want to get on here and do some women kind of content and just have a community for us. But I don't know, I like the content I'm talking about now, but I just want to expand as well, and just add some extra flavor in there. So I have a lot to say. So, not saying I'm always right, but it'd be nice one day if I can have people to collaborate with me and maybe do a Zoom, Chaz or Miss May. But if you ever wanted to collab with me, you could go to contactsherry42@gmail.com. So, yeah, you could go on there and contact me, send me an email, and just make sure you say, I watched that video where you were talking about your book, that live. So that way I know you were on there, you got this from there. But yeah, so any other questions? Maybe I'll talk about, let me see. Yeah. So there's a whole thing that goes into like really making videos, but, you know, downloading YouTube Studio, you got to download another app. Um, what would be awesome, Chess? What would be awesome? Did I do some women kind of content? I made a whole thing for, I don't even know what the book is. I think it's in my other room. But also, if you want to go on, purchase my book. If you haven't purchased it already, don't go and purchase it again, Miss May. Okay? But you can find my book. I'll try to leave a link in the description box once I get done with this or whatever. But you could go to Rescued by Sherry. See, it's my name. And then it should pull up for you. So, am I going to write another book? Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. I'm getting ready to get started on my second book. I don't mind saying it because it's going to take me a while anyway. And I'm not in no competition with nobody else that's on YouTube or anybody that I know. It's just what I have to do. I feel led to do another book. I have different topics, so I'm not quite sure what the topic will be, what I'm going to be talking about in this book. But I definitely want to empower the ladies. You know, I want to be a voice for others. And so as I learn throughout life in my journey, that I just want to share what I know and kind of help others. I am 50 now. I'll be 51 this year. And so I'm growing in wisdom with the Lord. And so I just want to, you know, share what I know, share so other women, other people can be blessed as well. Yeah, because God has brought me out of so many things, has delivered me, healed me, and set me free out of the bondage and captivity of my mind. Okay? And I'm telling y'all, the book is just a touch on it. It's a touch, you know? Let me see. That would be awesome. It's great to lift others up. Yes, absolutely, Miss May. Absolutely. And any other questions anybody have? This is so weird. Listen, if you guys ever are going to do a YouTube channel, I think somebody on here is thinking about starting their channel. And so, listen, live is something totally different from video. Anybody can do a video, a regular video, and load it up. But live, whew, it takes some real boldness because, you know, regular video that you load up, you can edit. You could cut out parts that you look crazy in, that you don't say the right thing or whatever, little, you know, mess ups, and you can edit them out. You can put them together and make it like it just flows or whatever. But this here, you better know what you're talking about live, because, you know, or just get on there. You don't have to like talk about nothing so deep. It's just whatever you want to talk about. I think I'm going to start trying to do more lives. Rescued is definitely a must read and a page turner. Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ches. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for reading my book. It means so much to me because, like, I went through this. I went through it, and it was my life. And I praise God that I'm here to testify of the goodness of the Lord, and I'm testifying in the book. I testify all through my YouTube channel. And so, yeah, it's a short read, but very interesting. Miss May is silly. She said it's a short read. Yeah, I didn't want to make it too long because, but it's really good. It's empowering. It really is. It's a lot going on. But, yeah, you can read this book easy. And so maybe my next book will be a little longer. Maybe I'll put the letters, because in these, I think I got 14 font, maybe 14 or maybe 16, I don't know, but usually books are like 12-point font, and I just felt that was too small. You could do your book how you choose to do your book, but I wanted the letters to be a little bit bigger, you know, and I did a space and a half between them. Like, I just feel like the 12-point font with my eyes, and then no spacing, like, it was going to take a long time to get this book done. So I spaced it out like a space, I think a space and a half, maybe 1.5. Spaced it, and then I gave the letters a bigger font. So, you know, but anything on my channel that I talk about, each and every video, they might be different, but hopefully they will impact somebody's life. One day I might talk about transitional housing because I spent 2 years there, and I always try to use my life to bless other people. So in case somebody is kind of afraid and they don't know what transitional housing is about, so I give them my take, I give them my experience. Not saying it will always be good, but it was very, very good for me. I was blessed to have that house at the time. I did. I also talk a lot about being homeless. If you haven't watched the first part of this video, because I was homeless so much, and by my choices, by me being away from God and not having a discerning spirit, not knowing my left from my right, a crazy mind, making all the wrong bad decisions, getting into these relationships, things like this. So it left me homeless a lot. And even before I confessed the Lord Jesus Christ as my Lord and personal Savior, I was homeless. And after I confessed the Lord Jesus Christ as my Lord and personal Savior, is because I still was going through processes of being healed and delivered, and still not all the way out of mental illness and things like that. And so I just, you know, I'm going to keep it real on here. I just wasn't making the right choices. Okay. Let's see here. You said love your cooking channel too. You know about that, Miss May. Well, I really know about that. Thank you. But I've only like cooked 3 times. But I did a live over there for like an hour cooking, and people was cracking up because I had Chaz was on the line with me. She was there, and she stayed for like the whole hour, and it was so funny. Let me tell you about this, you guys. So I was cooking in my kitchen, and so, you know, we're live, and somebody gets a beating on my door, right? And I was like, who is it? Telling my little 7-year-old, who is it? And so I said it was my oldest son. So I go answer the door, he's banging, and I had to leave the food on the stove cooking, and then I had to leave the phone and everything right there on the tripod in the kitchen while I'm running. And it was so funny when I laughed. My daughters was laughing when they were watching it later, because they were like, I was literally saying, be quiet, I'm alive, be quiet, don't say nothing. And it was just so funny. And then I guess my phone was ringing. Wow, they were watching the stove, the meat cooking, and somebody was on there talking about hello. They typed it in like, hello, Moto. And you know, it was funny. I think on that live, there was like 70 people on the live. That was crazy. And I was excited. I'm going to go back to that. I don't know. I'm going to go back to it, but, you know, I'm doing 2 channels now, so it's really slow, and plus I'm doing other things, but it's going to take a while for that food channel because I'm only at 117 subscribers. And so, yeah, I was just using that channel at first to put, you know, just memories of my family up, but I ended up turning it to a cooking channel. And like, I want to do pantry life and all that, you know, womanly stuff, you know, planning and stuff. Trying to get a green thumb. I really don't have one right now, but I really love that kind of life. Planning my own food. I haven't done it yet, but I want to. So, any other questions for anybody out there concerning my book, concerning me? You want to know more about me? But you can watch some videos. I mean, I got videos on there talking about when I was in jail, when I was incarcerated, uh, you know, transitional housing, when I spent 2 years there. I talk about God, how God has changed my mind. He has transformed my mind. I talk about the Word of God. I just talk about life, my faith, rebuilding yourself. I got videos about that. Um, I talk about homelessness a lot. I have a soft spot for people that's homeless. I used to open up my house, like when I first got saved. I used to open up my house a lot and let people, you know, use my house as a respite place. And yeah, a lot of things have changed because since I first got saved, I mean, the world is crazy. So I'm very, very cautious now, but I still have a soft part for homeless people, and I would like to do more. I like to do more, not on this channel, but maybe the other channel. And I don't know, my heart, like off camera, I would like to like feed some people. I like to do stuff like that, you know. I just like to help people all the way around, because it's just life, you know. So anybody out there love to help people, or you have anything else to say? Or okay, let me just ask you this: would you guys like to see me doing more lives, talking about the stuff that I talk about on my channel, where you can? Oh, thank you so much, Miss May. You have a big heart, Sherry. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and you do too, because y'all, I have met Miss May in person. Okay. So Miss May is a beautiful, beautiful heart, beautiful soul. We connected, you know, with we connected at the children's place, and we just kind of became friends. Like when we meet up again with the kids, and so she's really, really nice. Yeah, and inspire others to help people. Thank you, thank you. I hope to do that. Like it's like this is what I have to help people with. But when I can, God's gonna lead me to what I'm supposed to be doing, and how I'm supposed to be really helping people. But a big thing, and it's coming. Like I want to go back to the jail that I used to be at all the time before I got saved. And some of them ladies are still coming in there. They're still coming in and out there. And like, I just feel like I could take my book, and just minister to them and just saying, you don't have to keep coming back. You don't have to give away your body. You don't have to live like this. You don't have to be on drugs. Who told you that? Because you've been doing it all your life. You don't have to. You don't have to no more. God will free you. I want to say that to them, y'all. I need y'all prayers. I need y'all prayers to, for God to lead me. I talk to my cousin all the time. She knows. She knows. And sometimes we want things fast. We want things right now, but maybe it may not be the time, for me to do certain things, but they're coming. I feel a big blessing coming in my life. I don't know what, but I really, really feel God's going to do something. And hopefully you guys feel that God is going to do something big in your life as well. You guys deserve it, You deserve to live in peace and joy in your heart, It's sad sometimes we just can't help everybody, It's life. So, but is there anything you think I should maybe tell the audience out here? Anybody who's watching, you guys think, is there anything else I should tell anybody? Now, we talked a little bit about the book. We talked about YouTube, how to start a YouTube video. We talked about just my life, the message in the book, why I decided to write a book. Um, if you're new to this channel, I am Sherry, and my channel is called According to Purpose, and I just talk about life topics, about homelessness, because I was homeless a lot. I talk about being incarcerated, how to build yourself up, how to get back on track after incarceration. I talk about transitional housing. I talk about faith. I talk about God a lot, because without God, we can do nothing. Okay? We can do nothing apart from God. I always want to keep God first and foremost in my life so I don't get off track again. I've been off track so many times before. I don't want to get off track again. But I know God is a gracious God. He is. Let me see. Miss May says, what are things people can get involved with to help others? Oh my, there's quite a few things. Well, one, you could get into, some people want to just always build their own thing, but it is good when you could go out into the community and do some like volunteer work to help people. They have volunteer works in church, like just these communities. You have to kind of research wherever you live at and get involved. Where people, they feed the homeless, or they'll go into the shelters. I was in a shelter before, and I talk about the shelter life too, but maybe I haven't talked about that quite as much. Maybe I should talk about that a little bit. But I was in a shelter one time, and these people come into the shelter, and for every kid that had a birthday, they would come in on that kid's birthday and set up a table, do a whole birthday, bring a birthday cake, bring some gifts. So like that could be something that, that can be done with some other people, and try to, raise funds or gather things, throughout the year, where you could do that and bless some little child in the homeless shelter. You can, where there are big churches that's feeding people, you can go and volunteer to be in the soup kitchen. Now, when I first got saved, got out of jail, got saved, I was doing that. I was in the soup kitchen helping the pastor. The whole church was, and I loved it. I just love being with the people that are having a hard time. I mean, that was just me, because I've always had a hard time. And so I love to be kind to them and just help them, or fix their plates, move some food over here, help cook, help deliver food, whatever it is. There's so many things in the community that you can do to get involved to help others. And if you think of something that's not going on in your community, you can really start something yourself. Get with somebody and you guys can create something. You can help the elderly. Deliver the food, deliver, things they need, go to the store for them. You could also get paid doing that as well, though, you could run errands for them. There's things you can do in the community to help others a lot. You can help, like, a child with disability, maybe have an hour with the child. You may have to build trust up, but there's a lot of things you could do. If you have an inspiring talk, something to talk about, something you can help others, you could go into the shelters and talk to the women there, talk to the men there, if you're a man or whatever. Yeah, there's a lot of things you could do. You could feed the homeless. Like, there's so many things you could do to help people, in fact, I'm going to be thinking about some things myself that I have in my brain, in my memory bank, that is coming back up, that I wanted to help people with. But yeah, what else are we going to do but to help people, right? I mean, I always, what is there to do that's more fulfilling than to help someone else? That's the way I look at it, and sometimes I try to, I want to make money. Like, I want to make money for pay my bills, take care of my daughter, take care of me and stuff. But I also want to make money so I can also bless others and help others. That's a big thing for me, because I believe when God blesses you, he blesses you for you, but he also blesses you to be a blessing to others. And so that's big for me, you know, to be a, what do you call it, need meter, or, yeah, somebody who can meet other people's needs. That's big for me. So it hasn't came yet, but I do meet people's needs in different ways. And so, you know, I have financially, but I do in other ways that I can. So, yeah. Is there anything that you guys want to ask me, or, you know, or should maybe we end the live? What was yes to what? Ending the live? So don't forget, if you want to write your own book, I've been on here talking about Rescued, my book, but if you want to write your book, just sit down with a pen and just write. Just write. Don't put pressure on yourself trying to get it published and all that. Just write. Just write right now. But so I'm going to tell you, does anybody want to know what to write? Like how I got my book set up? So like the first page is just like this. The first page says Rescued. Just says what it says on the cover. Okay, Rescued, a story of hope in the dark world. And then when you go to the next page, it just has the copyright page. Copyright. And I only use one page for the copyright. And then on the next two pages, they have, this is my dedication. So I dedicated my book to my deceased father, my deceased mother, and my deceased aunt, my father's sister. Them three took care of me. And then I also dedicated this book to my 6 children. I have 6 children, you guys. So, and then on the next one, I have the table of contents after that. So you could take these and set your book up like how I'm doing. It's just simple, you know. About blessing others from things that, yeah. And then the next page after the table of contents, I have a page where I'm writing to the Lord. It's you know, I'm giving honor to God. And then on the next page is my acknowledgments. I put people in the book that I want to acknowledge, family, friends, the pastor. And then I have the introduction page that I read to you guys at the beginning. I love the introduction chapter. I mean, the little few pages. And then I have this after all that, Rescue, got my name. And then I start off with chapter 1. And so you can set your book up just like that. And I had, at the end of the book, I have my, for the contact information, I have the contact sherry42@gmail.com, and I have my YouTube channel, this YouTube channel in the back of my book. So, yeah, it's only 5 chapters. So, if you guys want to know what the chapters, well, you guys know. I think you're the only 2 on here right now. So, because I've already said it. So anything else that you guys want to know before we end this live? And I'm going to try to, do you guys want me to start doing more lives and then have like, you know, I could just say chat with me or something, or I could put a specific topic up. Would you guys like me to do more lives? Okay, so I think that we are going to go ahead and end this live. It was good chatting with you guys. Thank you so much. But I'm going to try to just keep, oh, yes. How do you find out about the lives? Well, I heard somebody say once I open it up live, how did you find out about this live? Will it say like, according to purpose, is live right now? Or did you have to actually click on my channel and see that I was live? Do you have an email list? I don't have an email list yet. You talked about, do you have an email where I can email you and tell you I'm going live? Oh, you saw this randomly. Okay. Well, so what happens is I can probably make a post on my, if you cut on the notifications, that's what you got to do. You guys out there, cut on your notifications. It's a notification bell. And so you click it and it will say, like, all notifications. And so you click that. So every time I post a live comes up or a video or a picture or anything, it'll let you know that I have a video that just posted or I'm live. It'll let you know that. So make sure you cut on your notifications. That way you can see if I'm live or if I've loaded a video up. But like I said, if you want to, if you want me to actually let you know, go to my email and then you can email me, so I will have your email. Okay, Miss May? So my email in the back of the book. You do have my book, right? So I remember you bought my book, Miss May. So go to the back of the book and you have my email. Okay, yeah. Email me. That way when I'm about to go live, I will email you. And let me see. Make sure, yeah. Make sure, Chaz, yes. Make sure your notifications is all on. Wait, all on. Okay. Lord. So, yeah, and then once you hit on your notifications, make sure they're on, then yeah, when I go live or load up a video, it will send you a notification. Thank you, Chaz. Thank you for helping me, because I'm like, Lord. So yes. So do you guys want me to go on there more live? Maybe I'll start doing a live every day. Or, you know, maybe, I mean, just say, hey, we're friends and get on here and let's talk about something. And maybe, you know, I can invite you onto my live. Who wants to get on my live right now? You want me to invite you? I think I can invite you. You want to get on my live, Miss May? I think I can do it more than anybody. Want to get on my live? Let's just do this thing. Your lives are great. Do you want to get on my live right now, Miss May? Chaz? Do you want to get on my live right now, Chaz, or Miss May? I think I can invite you. Now, I don't know how to quite work this good, but I think there's an invite. You can invite people. Let's see. Community moderation, no. Green screen, no. No, I don't want the green screen. That's ridiculous. No. Bear with me. I'm clicking stuff so I can see. I'm trying to invite them on my live. Let's see. I look like a hot mess. No, you don't. Thank you, Miss May. Thank you. Let's see here. How do you... See, I got to figure out how to do this myself. How do you invite people? But I know you can definitely invite people. Let's see here. No. Like that. Okay. I look a hot mess too. I went to church this morning, and you know, I've been running after church, and then so now I'm home, and I'm gonna ask you guys one thing. Since you guys cooking dinner while watching, okay, what are you cooking? I was just about to ask you, what are you guys cooking today? I'm gonna tell you what I cooked for dinner today. I cooked turkey taco salad. So in other words, I didn't use the hamburger meat, but I used turkey, ground turkey. And man, when I tell you, it's like a Mexican fiesta when I do my turkey tacos, because I put the corn, I put the black beans, I put the red onion, like I put all that, the cheese, sour cream, lettuce, the tomatoes, the salsa, whatever. We just do it here, okay? And then we use tortilla chips, or regular plain tortilla chips, or we use Doritos. We just do it. I love that. That's the one of my favorites, because I make it like a Mexican fiesta. It's so delicious. You went to a Mexican restaurant? Okay. Was it good? Yes, yes. Do you want to come on live? Let me see if I can come on live. No, you're not doing that. Retouch. 49 seconds. No, was uploaded to your channel. 49 seconds short was uploaded to my channel. I didn't do that. Sure. Okay, let me find out how to do it, okay, Miss May? Let's see here. Can't share this video right now. Got it. Okay. Oh, I don't know if I could do it. Let's see. Let's try it again. What's that? Oh no, I don't want to do that. I copied it. No. Collard greens, oven fried chicken, a baked potato, salad, and some cornbread. Ooh, that sounds good. I can't do it, Miss May. I don't know how to do it. I thought you could invite. Maybe I'll have to invite you to my live beforehand, but not while I'm on live. So that sounds so good, Ches. Woo! What do you guys want to see me cook? I have not been cooking. I used to cook all the time. I used to sell food, all that and stuff. Like, I taught my kids how to cook, and because I had went plant-based like for a year and a half because I was sick, I really stopped cooking so much. So I'm trying to get back into it. I don't know if I want to just keep on doing regular food, or I want to do vegan or plant-based. So city chicken. What's the city chicken? You mean fried chicken? You mean, I don't know why. I never heard city chicken. Is that fried chicken? Ches, have you ever heard pork? I don't do pork. I don't do pork. Oh, city chicken is pork. Oh no, I don't cook pork. You said okay. She said I put my foot in that potato salad. I know you did. I know you did. That's the down south stuff. This is really actually quite fun. If you guys start your YouTube channel, make sure that we could connect, Miss May and Ches, so that way I can have you on my channel. We could collab, and you could possibly get subscribers from me, introducing your channel, okay? Oh, I love that. Now that's right up my alley. Make a meal of just appetizers. I'm gonna try to do that. It might not be the next food video, but it's kind of hard to sometimes to do 2 channels. Like, it's hard enough to do 1 channel, but 2 channels, like, it's like woo. So yeah, maybe I'll get on this channel and make a smoothie, one of my favorite smoothies. I mean, what? We're just here fellowshipping, talking, and having a good time. We done laughed, we done got serious, which I love. I love that. So anything else? Yeah, smoothies. Yeah, because I'm trying to really cut out the sugar, and so replace it with natural sugars, like with fruit and stuff like that. And so instead of doing a milkshake that has all that cholesterol, that fat and things, and buying these shakes and stuff at these restaurants, I'm trying to do smoothies with the fruit, the natural sugar that's in the fruit, and like a buttermilk and stuff like that, like the nut milk, almond buttermilk and stuff. Yeah, I like appetizers as well. Yep. So maybe I'll just do, would you guys be okay if I did some stuff when I went live on this channel? because this is my bigger channel right here. This is the 1,509 subscribers. And so this is a channel I really want to build up like right now. So would that be okay if you guys seen that? Because you guys are my like biggest supporters at the moment. If you guys seen that on this channel, not on the cooking channel. Because I only got 100, which, you know, I'm still going to put it on there. But some people on here might want to see that on the lives. You know what I'm saying? I promise if I do them, I only do them on the lives. How about that? If I do any smoothies, only on the lives. Yeah, I'm gonna start opening up this channel because sometimes I gotta I just gotta be me and be free and just do it, you know, some topics that's kind of on the surface and not really that deep, you know. And so I want to have a good time. I want to laugh with you guys as well, and as well as building people up, you know. And hopefully I can work Zoom, and so I can get you guys on Zoom to come on my channel. So like I said before, you guys got the book. Thank you for your purchase. Thank you for reading the book. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for supporting me. Anybody out there that is watching this live later, thank you for supporting me, my channel, my book, just supporting me. I really appreciate it because people don't have to do that, you know. You know, so yeah. But so like I said, if you are interested, and did you guys tell me about the smoothies and stuff, if I could just do lives? And I mean, you know, I'm asking because you guys are my biggest supporters, and so I want you to be happy. If I could do some like smoothies live on here, just start coming on here live and we just talk, we just kick back. You know, I might not always look the greatest. I might have on one of these things. Let's see. If you don't mind. Yeah, so I might have on one of these things. You guys know how I like to wear these things on my head. Sometimes. Like, you know, is that okay? If you see me with one of them. Well, it's getting time for me to go to bed. I'm getting silly. I do get silly sometimes, a lot. Sometimes you just gotta laugh. You gotta, thank you, thank you, thank you. You gotta have a good time. Sounds good on this channel? Good, thumbs up. Yeah. So, but I guess I will let you guys go. Are you ready to go? And go ahead and eat and do your thing. That's why we like watch. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Miss May. I know my cousin will be like, girl, you still crazy. You love the Lord, but you still crazy. Yeah, but I like to have fun too as well. That's a big part, you know, of laughing and stuff. Can't just always be like so serious that you can't laugh. Because if you can't laugh, you can't laugh. Oh yes, very good for the soul. Good for them. We're getting older. Good for them wrinkles, them lines right there. Very good for the soul. Laughter is, you know, it's enough. It's enough in this world that's just chaotic. It's messed up. If we can't laugh within ourselves and with each other, it's not going to be. It's going to be hard to maneuver through this life. You know what I'm saying? So. But until next time, I think I'm going to come on here tomorrow and do a smoothie with you guys or something. My thing is just saying what time I'm going to do it in, but I don't know. But just make sure you put your notifications on so that way you know that I'm going live when it lets you know. And so I'll just do a smoothie and say, hey, we're here because we're building each other up. And I also, amongst all this thing, talking about my book, talking about life, I want to like lose some more weight. And it's not about looks, it's about my health. And when I lose weight, it's easier on my joints, different things like that. you know, I can move about because I live upstairs, and these stairs, whew, I need to, you know, get my health back, get toned up, you know, eat more better, more healthy. So, you know, I'm going to put a little bit of that on this channel as well. So, the smoothies at least, you know. But that's it, you guys. I think I'm done. I'm going to go in here and play Mancala with my little 7-year-old. She loves that with the marbles. Yeah, she's been playing that since she was 3 years old. She's really good. So I'm going to go in here and play with her for a little bit. And then I will talk to you guys hopefully tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see, okay? So if you are new to my channel, if you have been watching, or please don't forget to subscribe and like this video and comment, because I think once I post this up, you guys, can't nobody see these comments? I don't think so. So, you know, yeah, I don't think they can see the comments. So bye. I talk to you guys later, hopefully tomorrow. All right, ciao now. Peace and blessings. Now, I'm just trying to figure out how to stop this, because that's been my problem with this, is stopping. Bye, Miss May. Thank you guys for watching. So let me see how I'm going to do this. Okay, are you sure you want to stop streaming? Okay.